Hello dear traders and investors. Website in touch GURU.Markets. Thank you so much for helping us. Help forms can be found in the description. Dear viewer, I kindly ask you to give this video your royal thumbs up in advance. Your like is very important for spreading the project GURU.Markets. Now let's look at the main indicators of the organization Frontier Group Holdings Inc., ticker ULCC. The review was created on the basis of current data as of July 2, 2024. By classification GURU.Markets company Frontier Group Holdings Inc. belongs to the subcategory Air Transportation. 21 companies participate in the assessment. This is quite representative. We start with summary data for the company. If you want, you can pause the video. We suggest studying all the corporation's indicators thoroughly. Access to the table with the structure of company tickers is absolutely free and free. Please provide a link to the security analysis to your friends. Thank you for your repost, as well as other help. It's all extremely helpful in my work. Well, let's begin. Market capitalization of the company Frontier Group Holdings Inc. valued at $1.07 billion. And the market capitalization of the subcategory is $117 billion. Frontier Group Holdings Inc. has a share of 0.916% and is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $0.47 billion. With a subcategory capitalization of $54 billion. Frontier Group Holdings Inc. accounts for a share of 0.862%. Having made a comparison of the occupied shares of market and balance capitalization, we will see the following. Share Frontier Group Holdings Inc. in the subcategory in case of market value assessment is 0.916%. The book value is 0.862%. Which is 6% less than the share of market value. Assessment of the company's share of market and book value in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. Overall company assessment Frontier Group Holdings Inc. will be presented at the end of the video. Please review the progress of the study in full. The company's debts amount to $3.489 billion. Debt to book capitalization amounts to 742.3% of capital. Result on the company's debt level, very bad, -2 points. The balance of the company's market price to its profit is 0. The average for the subcategory is 12.6, which is significantly worse than for the subcategory. Assessment of market price to profit ratios in comparison with subcategory companies. Very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$26 million. Forward earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. This is bad for the company. Assessment of expected future profit indicators in comparison within the subcategory. Good, 1 point. The company's value to revenue ratio is 0.3. The average in the subcategory is 0.4 and this is 25% lower than in the subcategory. Assessment of the company's stock price to its revenue in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. Revenue for the last 12 months was $3,610 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. And this is bad for the company. Assessment of expected future revenue in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory. Bad, -1 point. The margin is -0.7%, with an average for the subcategory of 3.5%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 4.3%. Assessment of sales profitability in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share by number of employees in the subcategory is 1.313%, which is 43% more than the share of market capitalization. And this fact reflects the discrepancy between the current market price of the organization Frontier Group Holdings Inc., probably towards underestimation. The amount of market capital per company employee is equal to $148,000. Whereas for the subcategory it is $212,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's indicators is 30.2%. Estimation of the amount of capital per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Good, 0.5 points. The amount of profit for each employee of the company is $0,000. Average for the subcategory, $16,700. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 100%. Estimation of profit per employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's revenue per employee is $498,000. In the subcategory there are $472,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 6%. Estimation of sales volume per company employee in comparison with indicators in the subcategory. Tolerable, -0.5 points. The volume of short transactions is 22.9%, with an average for the subcategory of 7.8%. This is an indicator of a possible short squeeze. Technical indicator RSI, 14, shows a level of 34% for the company Frontier Group Holdings Inc. Whereas for the subcategory this level is 43%. Potentially, securities of the subcategory are valued higher than those of Frontier Group Holdings Inc. Comparing the movement of the company's stock price Frontier Group Holdings Inc. and subcategory shares. We can see that over the last 12 months the company's shares Frontier Group Holdings Inc. showed a change of -49.2%. Against price dynamics in the subcategory -27.4%. This does not clearly indicate anything, but we must keep this fact in mind. Before showing the total score, I beg you, write your rating Frontier Group Holdings Inc. in the comments below. The result is as follows: -5.5 out of 10 points. Average score for the subcategory, -0.4 points. If you look broadly, within the entire stock market in aggregate. Note that the average result for the market as a whole is 0.4 points. Against a score of -5.5 points for the company Frontier Group Holdings Inc. Let's go to the order table. It is available to everyone. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains absolutely all decisions by the information and reference system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is free and open. Link in pinned comment. As a result of the valuation of the company's securities Frontier Group Holdings Inc. GURU.Markets. Open an order because Frontier Group Holdings Inc. the most overvalued company in the subcategory. Let me remind you, earlier November 10, 2023. We published an order, ticker VLRS. Information and Reference Assessment System GURU.Markets, a decision is made on this order. Close the deal. The profit was 0.6%. Thank you all for watching this video and for using the information and reference system GURU.Markets. You all really are the coolest audience.